Mets fans, we have a new public enemy number one. God, Trevor Bauer. I mean, there's like no words to describe the anger that I feel towards him. Waking up today, I was like pretty confident he was going to go to the Mets, and I thought if he went to the Dodgers, he's pulling the biggest troll move, and he did it. He decided to go to the Dodgers for an exorbitant amount of money, $40 million 2021, $45 million 2022. What I'm going to talk about in this video is what the Mets can do the rest of this offseason to finish off a hopefully very exciting offseason. But before we get into that, please like and subscribe, push those notification bells or whatever. But yeah, we're going to get right into it.
First off, there's Jake Odorizzi. Jake Odorizzi and the Mets have been rumored since the beginning of the offseason, and then talks kind of just basically shut down between both of them. It seems like Jake Odorizzi might be asking for too much. The Mets don't really value Odorizzi that highly, so they aren't willing to give up somewhere in the $13 million to $15 million range for him. And honestly, I would totally agree with that. Looking at his stats, his career ERA is 3.92. That might sound like okay, but if you look at his career, all of his ERAs over his past seasons have high threes, low fours. He doesn't seem like someone that I want the Mets to go out and sign. He seems like a Michael Wacha, Rick Porcello type player. Then going into James Paxton. James Paxton, I would be more willing to give up the $13 million, $15 million range because I think there's a lot more there with him. His career ERA is a 3.58. He did have a down season last year. A lot of players did. Before that, constantly in the 3 ERAs, sometimes hit 4, which obviously isn't good, but he's definitely more viable than Odorizzi, and Paxton might be a couple years older than Odorizzi, but it's not like the Mets would be signing them to long-term deals. So I would rather have James Paxton than Jake Odorizzi. Next thing I want to talk about is where can they get help center field-wise. Jackie Bradley Jr., he offers a big defensive upgrade, one that a lot of people think would be helpful for the Mets. I think it would be helpful, but I don't know if it's too pricey. Jackie Bradley Jr. has really good on defense. We all know that. His offense has been subpar. He had a very good 60-game season last year. 283 batting average, I think like 7 home runs. Definitely an upgrade from what he had done previously offensively. That being said, what does he want to get paid? I'd say it's in the $8 million to $15 million a year contract. But people are saying that he's asking for above 4 years. I don't think that makes sense for the Mets to do. I think they have other options coming through the farm system, center field-wise, and there's going to be other people on the free agent market that are better than Jackie Bradley Jr. in the future. Next up are the trades. We have, first off, as I hinted to, a Eugenio Suarez, Sonny Gray trade that was rumored like a month ago. Talks on that have basically ended, but that doesn't mean they can't reopen. Suarez, great power hitter. Honestly, a good batting average hitter as well. 260 batting average isn't bad. He's 29. He's under a team-friendly contract through 2024. So he would be probably the main piece to this deal. And then you would also add Sonny Gray, who's probably would slot in as the Mets number 3 pitcher. He's obviously a very good pitching talent. He had his struggles with the Yankees, and those have been well documented. But what has also been documented is that the Yankees didn't let him do what he was best at. They made him throw pitches that he wasn't as comfortable throwing, and that obviously led to a down part in his career. But he's definitely picked it up with the Reds tremendously. And I think if you look at a Sonny Gray plus Eugenio Suarez trade, that would fill 2 needs for the Mets, which would be a huge deal. Looking at a Kris Bryant trade is the next thing I want to talk about. Kris Bryant, I think, is being heavily slept on. What it seems like people are just like basing his career off last year. But before that, he's been outstanding. He's been the phenom that everyone was talking about. He had a down year last year. A lot of players did, like I said. His career batting average is a 280. That's outstanding. He's going to give you between 25 and 30 home runs a year, 70 to 90 RBIs. That's definitely an upgrade over J.D. Davis. I think the Mets would definitely be in a good position to get Kris Bryant because the Cubs are willing to get rid of people. Who would the Mets have to trade? Definitely J.D. Davis. I mean, there wouldn't be any reason for the Mets to keep J.D. Davis. Probably a couple of pitching prospects. The Cubs, like most teams, need pitching prospects. Someone like Matthew Allen, might have to go on that deal, figure out another way to do it, but it would definitely take JD Davis and probably a higher profile prospect. So yeah, that about ends this video. Thanks for watching. Expect more videos soon.